Good evening and welcome to the regular meeting of the Recreation Parks and Cultural Affairs Committee, October 8th, 2025. I'm going to call the meeting to order and roll call. We have Ms. Heather Dunn, Ms. Nicole Eady, Mr. Johan Lopez, Mr. Doug Sutton, and Ms. Nicole Ayers, and myself, and so we have a quorum. And we have acceptance of the minutes from the regular meeting of September 11th. Someone move that? All right, I saw Ms. Dunn. Are there any changes, corrections, additions to the minutes? No? All in favor? Good.
I abstain.
And one abstention. Thank you, Ms. Ayers. Do we have anyone on the call for public participation, Ms. Bird?
We do.
Thank you.
Ms. Larchell, you're unmuted.
Thank you. Good evening, Chair Young and staff, as well as committee members. My name is Diane Lauricella, 21 Little Fox Lane. Again, thankful for all the work of the staff and this committee in making Norwalk a more fun place to live, trying to do that and working on parks. And tonight I'm here because I wanted to speak on under new business, item C, and that is the Department of Economic and Community Development Holiday Extravaganza. I am very thankful and happy that we have special events that are drawing many of our residents and businesses and neighbors for these extravaganzas or events. The thing is, and I've mentioned this in years past during budget hearings, as well as when this has come up, I do believe it behooves this council to request of the staff that all the way up the chain to Jay Hibansky and the mayor's office, that they, as soon as possible, offer and create and then offer a donor program so that we can offset the high cost of this event with businesses that want to give money to offset the taxpayer burden. And I know that at times there are some partnerships of in-kind services and the like, or underwriting. I think we should try harder because this has become an expensive operation. I also, lastly, I am a member of the Norwalk Tree Alliance. I'm on the board. I'm not speaking on their behalf, but I wanted to suggest that we use real trees. No more rentals, both on Wall Street and right here. I think we could plant some real trees that would take a short while to develop, but there are faster growing evergreens. And I do think it would not only, of course, enhance the look of 50 Washington Street, wherever these programs are going to happen, these extravaganzas, it's better for our carbon footprint. We all are starting to know the benefit and value of trees. But lastly, I really think the time has come that we stop renting fake trees. And I will approach my board to see if we can work with the city and Ms. Cruz to maybe donate a tree or help select a tree, because the time has come to have a real tree for not only for our holiday extravaganza, but to be decorated for other holidays. So with that, I wish you good evening. Please, on those 2 points, please turn it back to the staff. I think that it's been easy money that they've been granted without almost no question. So I think the time has come for them to show fiscal austerity that we all at our homes have to do. And they need to get some donors, more donors, and use real trees. No more rentals. Thank you.
Anyone else, Ms. Bird? Thank you, Ms. Larchella.
No, we do not.
Okay. So we will close public participation. There is no old business. We'll move on to new business. 6A, authorize the use of Wolf Pit Elementary School field and immediate surrounding grounds by Wolf Pit PTA for their trunk or treat to be held on Saturday, October 25th, 2025, from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Rain date Sunday, October 26th, approximately 150 people. Would someone move the item, please? Thank you, Mr. Lopez. Do we have anyone here, Mr. Stowers?
If anyone's here to speak on the, yes, hold on one second.
Yeah, Melissa, should be Melissa, Easy. She was invited. Elsie, yeah,
Elsie?
yeah, Elsie, okay. Melissa, you're free to,
Miss Elise,
yeah.
you can speak.
You can speak, yeah.
Hello? Mr. Lean, she's unmuted, right? On our end?
She is unmuted, yes.
So we cannot hear you. I don't know, Mr. Stowers, do you want to speak to this? Or do we
Yeah,
want to try and come back to her?
let's try and come back to her.
All right, so we'll move on to B. Authorize the mayor, Harry W. Rilling, to enter into an agreement for the use of Cat Pasture Beach and immediate surrounding grounds by City of Norwalk Recreation and Parks for their Jingle Bell 5K to be held on Saturday, December 13th, 2025, from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Approximately 200 people. Would someone move the item, please? Thank you, Mr. Sutton.
Well, this is a Parks and Recreation event. It's been our annual event for a few years now, and it's a successful, fun event. People come dressed in all kind of costumes and Christmas related costumes, and it's really a fun day. We partner with Ripka, who provides hot cocoa and hot coffee and hot soup for the people in the race. It's usually a cold day. I've been to a few of them. I haven't ran yet, although I probably will eventually. But no, 100%. This is our event, and it's going to be a successful event. I think we have around 200 people that have already signed up. So
Have already signed up.
or close to that, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Any questions, comments? All right, all in favor? Okay, opposed, abstentions, thank you. All right, number C. Authorize the mayor, Harry W. Rilling, to enter into an agreement for the use of Washington Street Park and immediate surrounding grounds, did I say that? Washington Street and immediate surrounding grounds by the City of Norwalk, Department of Economic and Community Development for their holiday extravaganza to be held on Saturday, December 6, 2025, from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. Set up time by 9 a.m. with tear down by 10 p.m. Approximately 1,500 people. Someone move the item, please. I'll pick somebody. Miss Edie, thank you. And so I guess we have Miss, it says Sabrina.
It's
That is
Anna.
not Sabrina.
It's Anna Brian.
Anna.
Yes,
Anna.
hello. We're both
Okay.
here. Hi.
Okay.
Hi. I'm on Sabrina's computer, which is what was confusing. Anyways, we're super excited to have our 4th annual holiday extravaganza. I think this event has become a community favorite around Norwalk. And, we'll do what we have been doing for the past 4 years, having a stage with local organizations and schools performing on it, as well as a carousel, and of course, our large tree lighting. And Santa or some other holiday character will be rappelling down 50 Washington still. I was very hesitant on that, but I think we've come to a good decision that that'll happen still, because can't miss that. And we'll have a market inside 50 Washington. Hopefully, we're still awaiting on confirmation that we'll be able to use the space, but we're hopeful on that. And yeah.
Okay, any questions for Miss Hannah? Miss Edie? You're on mute.
Sorry, I was saying Johan had his hand up
I
properly.
saw you. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
that's
Go ahead,
okay.
go ahead. It's fine.
A couple of things. Listening to public comment, Miss Diane. I heard she bleeped out a couple of times,
Mhm.
but I think she meant donations
Mhm.
for businesses, right? To offset some of the costs. I'm just wondering if that's a possibility. And also getting a real tree versus the rental.
Yeah.
Is that
So
possible?
yeah, so to touch on the first comment, we do have a sponsorship packet that we did end up sending in the beginning of the year. And we have had Wegmans already sponsoring our Halloween night fair. So not the holiday, but we are getting sponsorships for our events. And we also are taking vendor fees. So we've already, how much? $12,000 in revenue for our events. So it is something we are considering and we are actively working on. And regarding the tree, this is our last year of the contract with this particular company. And we are looking into other ways of the tree in the future, whether it be real, a different art installation. But that's something that I'm willing to talk to Diane about.
Okay, thank you. Oh, and 3, I'm a little nervous about the Santa coming down the building.
Me too.
I remember
Me
that.
too.
Oh,
But
man.
It's gonna
we,
become a theme of our holiday
Oh.
event. Will he or will he not?
well, that's why I don't want Santa with a beard. We'll see who comes down the building now.
Good.
Oh, no.
I actually volunteered
you.
last year to actually repel
Stop it,
myself
Johan, your
because I
wife-
because I do
It's
wall
not
climbs.
happening.
Okay. Okay.
Not happening.
Reach out.
Don't listen. Go ahead, Mr. Lopez.
Okay.
Edie, are you done? Okay, Mr. Lopez.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks,
I want to see
Um,
Johan stuck on the building, the front page news.
Yeah.
We're hanging, but yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be
Good
hilarious.
publicity.
Yeah. A quick question, like a follow-up with what Nicole just asked. Is there like a working list of possible sponsorships? There's something like that.
Existing sponsorships or like a packet?
Well, I guess maybe a little bit of both. Of who are the current sponsors if for the event that you could
Mhm.
circle with us. And second, is there anything we can do to be able to attract sponsors from our end?
Yeah, so I will definitely send out the sponsorship packet. We've sent it out to many of the big name companies, and every time we go to a chamber event, we try to connect with possible sponsors. Right now, the only sponsorship that we have is Wegmans. But again, we are trying. And yes, if there's anything that you can do to help us, we would greatly appreciate it. It's been a little bit of a struggle here.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Thanks.
Any other questions for Anna or Sabrina? Yes, Miss Dunn?
I'm sorry, I can't talk very well. Have you been able to do anything with the library in the past? Is that something that, because I know that's in the area, like how expansive is your reach?
Yeah.
to-
In the past, we did have the library attend our events to do a children's activity or just pop up. And we are still communicating with them to see if they want to be a part this year.
I think a lot of people don't know how nice it is, and it might be a good first exposure for some younger families, maybe.
Definitely,
I'd
definitely.
like to see that first.
Any other questions, comments? All right. All in favor? You? Opposed? Abstention? Nicole, you're in favor, right? No, Miss Ayers?
Yes.
Okay. D, approve the use of Veterans Park and immediate surrounding grounds by Norwalk Public Schools and City of Norwalk Department of Recreation and Parks for the 34th Annual River Fun Run to be held on Saturday, December 6, 2025, from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Rain date Sunday, December 7th, setup time by 9 a.m. Saturday, and tear down by 11 a.m. Approximately 350 people. Would someone move the item, please? Thank you, Mr. Lopez.
We have Joe Mataferri from the schools to talk about this.
First of all, hi, Rob. Hi, Darlene. Hi,
How are you?
Heather. How's everyone doing? I think I know Lopez too.
Mhm.
You all look happy. And Darlene's still in her office. That's impressive. Hey, so what we have is, this is the 34th year we've done this, and we started 4 years ago with Parks and Rec, and it's a relationship that's really working quite well. And that race he was talking about, the Jingle Bell race, Kath, outstanding. I was there for the first year. It was outstanding. And we just back these up. We go the first Saturday, and then they go to second Saturday, and it works perfectly. And just to recruit some more people to race. So this will be our 34th year, and I've been around for 34 fun runs. That's a long time. So I hope you guys do approve it. It's a great event, and we hit all the schools. And actually, we started a few years ago. We did it many years ago, but this is a fourth year. We chose a school that had the most participants, and we had their art class develop the shirt. So there was a fifth grader that developed the shirt, the front of the shirt from Marvin this year. So we're pretty excited about that, and we'll get the shirts out to everybody.
Very nice. Any questions for Mr. Mataferri? Mr. Stowers, you have any comments?
No comments at all. Just hello, Joe, and we're still looking to take your summer camps, parks. So
Excuse me, I didn't hear that. What did you say?
we're still looking to take your summer camps away from you.
Well, they're not me. They're Board of Ed, and I've been doing that for like 40
But
years.
It's the inside thing me and Joe talk about every year.
All the time. You owe me. You still owe me lunch, and I haven't forgotten.
That's true. That's true.
Okay.
Good. Okay, so all in favor? All right, unanimous. Thank you, Joe. And we
Thank
look.
you, guys.
Thank you,
Have a
Joe.
nice evening.
See you later, Joe.
Take it easy.
Okay, do we go back to Miss Elise?
Yeah.
Are you on? Oh,
Can you hear me now?
now we
Yeah,
can,
we
yes.
can hear you now.
Yes.
All right. So
Okay.
I signed in from my phone. I'm at the school. I'm at Wolfpit right now. We have our PTA meeting. So we have such awful service over here. I'm not sure if it just wasn't working for my computer. Sorry about that.
That's okay. So you can just tell us a little bit about your event.
So we've been doing it for many years. It's similar to, I think, how many other schools and businesses and everyone do it, but we just have a bunch of volunteers. The parents come with their trunks. They set up in the parking lot, very safe. We shut down the parking lot. They decorate their trunks. They have candy. The kids all come in, and the kids go, trunk to trunk and collect their candy. And it's very simple.
Any comments or questions for Miss Elise? No? All right. All in favor? Thank you. It's unanimous. We hope there's no rain, that you have good weather for that too,
Yeah.
right?
I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much.
Have a great
Sorry about
evening.
that again.
Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
So I know we're gonna go on, so that concludes the calendar, the agenda.
Mhm.
I don't know, we're gonna do we have any discussion items for tonight, or we're gonna?
Yeah, I just wanted to update, update the committee on some things that are coming your way, so you can kind of be aware of them. And I'm probably going to try and do this all the time. But one of the good things that happened, it took a while for this to happen, even though the joint use agreement, and it's a joint use agreement for Parks Department, it clarifies the use of facilities for parks, and it was passed a few months ago by the committee and then the Common Council. I think it was passed the last part of March, actually, but it took a while to gather up all the I think 11 addendums to it, and to develop a flow chart for all the principals and stuff on how decisions would be made. But anyway, it's been signed now by the mayor. It's been signed by the superintendent of schools, and it was passed by the board, and it was passed by the council. So me and Sandra will actively start implementing and orienting the school to the joint use agreement. And it just clarifies the use of the school facilities, which of course the mayor and a lot of people consider city facilities. So basically, just a simplistic kind of review is that the schools basically, they have the run of the facilities primarily. They're the primary use, and their associated groups, PTA and other associated groups, and their contractors that represent the schools like Carver. They all get the first priority because they're associated with the schools. Parks and Rec are the second priority, and also Parks and Rec will handle any third-party sports-related, recreation-related programs that use the facilities. They'll come through our reservation and scheduling system. So that's just it's much more detailed than that, but it did come through the Rec and Parks Committee, but I wanted to let you know it has been signed, so we will begin to implement it. We've had we are discussing the possibility of entering into a cooperative agreement, and we'll bring it before the committee with New Vance Hospital or Northwell Health on a health program that they will partner with Parks to develop a health program that they would be at a lot of our events promoting health. They would also work with us on signage in the parks about health and health issues. They'd be some of our events. But I'm working out a terms agreement with them now. So we've just started talking. We're not at a point where I could have brought this to the committee today, but hopefully in November I'll be able to bring it to the committee. So that's in the works. Of course, some of you know that we are in the throes of construction, at least mobilization happening at VETS on the east side of the marina. We are rebuilding that, and this has been in the works ever since I got here, basically. And we finally over the years have got the money from the state, and we've also had some capital over the years that have been accumulated. But that project is starting now. They're mobilizing. We'll have a groundbreaking, I believe it on the 16th. We'll have groundbreaking there at VETS. Also, we just recently had a groundbreaking at Meadow Street Park and on the microforest. That was yesterday, actually. And it started with the effort from actually some of you were involved. I know Darlene was involved in the not restoring or not improving that park, because it was in such a area where it just wasn't it wasn't healthy. It's in the commercial zone. There's a lot of dust and trucks flying by all the time, but we just didn't think it was healthy. So we wanted to do something green there, build some kind of arboretum or some kind of forest. And we were fortunate enough, as you know, to get a grant in cooperation with the Norwalk Land Trust, who has now been taken over by Aspetuck. And they're building we're building the microforest there, and a lot of it has been planted, and they're planting more, and that's a thing that has happened, and it's live, and continue to improve that area. So that's a microforest.
I just want to say that and I think
Mhm.
everyone
Mhm.
was invited to that, but it really is going to be a real improvement health-wise in that community and be a real buffer because it's still an industrial area and the amount of trucks that are up and down that street, it's overwhelming. It's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
It really, really
Even
is.
while we were there.
Even
Yeah.
while you're there, I mean, you're
Yeah,
really
yeah,
distracted
yeah,
because it just is
yeah.
back and forth and back and forth. And it's dusty. So this is going to be a real buffer, but I think, there's something else that we need to talk about with that. But we also just have to say, I know she's not here. Thank you to Lisa Shanahan for really, spearheading this
That's right.
along with Louise
Louise Washer.
Louise Washer.
Mhm.
They were fantastic and everybody, from District B and on the committee, on the council who supported it. It's gonna be, I think they said it's one of the biggest, right?
Yeah, right now.
Right
Yeah,
now
yeah.
in Connecticut. So we should be proud of that. And it's definitely, and we need to, I walked away saying, God, every house on this street needs a buffer, needs a micro forest somewhere just to
Yeah.
it's a good thing. But we've got to work on that and as a council to alleviate
Okay.
some of that. I don't know whose hand was up first. Was it Johan?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say it. I think it's an exciting start.
Mhm.
And in fact, I had never heard of microforest or like the science behind it, and having worked working in development. So thanks to Lisa. I mean, I really had no idea. So I think it's certainly exciting and certainly it opens the door to future conversation in terms
Yeah.
of greening up that
Mhm.
area. So very cool.
Miss Edie?
Thank you, Madam Chair. And thank you to Mr. Stowers and everybody who was on the committee. I was able to sneak over there yesterday morning. Just wanted to say that I live right next door to the forest, where the forest is going to be. That was our apartment on the bottom floor where I
Wow.
grew up. My grandparents were in Meadow Gardens for 41 years.
Mhm.
41 years. So her kids, my kids, me, and then my kids were able to be in the house with her. She had to watch them for me. So it was really nostalgic. It was really an awesome thing to see. And I did talk to Miss Washer and Miss Sarah again about pushing for maybe a little herb garden.
Mhm.
That she said might could be in the front, a little raised bed with some herbs
Yeah.
and stuff. So I'm excited about it. So thank you very
Good,
much.
good.
We were both on the same page about that. I saw your hand up, Heather, Ms. Dunn. And I just have to say, Robert, you and I, we kind of talked about what we're going to do with the area that's still concrete and tables. And so that's going to be, I don't know what, renovated a bit and possibly putting up some sort of fencing, not chain link, but you can put up some sort of green fencing that looks a
Yeah.
little nicer.
Right,
That
right.
really creates a space that really is for that area, right? But
Yeah,
people can
yeah.
use it, but to enhance what we've already done. Go ahead, Ms. Dunn.
My question was, is there a mechanism? I just worry about like garbage and stuff. I don't want it to, is there a group who's interested in taking on making sure the garbage is picked up there frequently?
Well, we'll still have a responsibility for the park, so we will still do the garbage there at the park. We will still be doing that.
I kind of feel like if there's a neighborhood group, even
Mhm.
kids that are tasked with that, there's less likely to make trash if they have ownership. I did a couple murals down in South Norwalk and never graffitied because they participated in making them,
Well, I'm in conversations with Adam both should be the director, and we're talking about doing more things together because a lot of the learning centers that are in the housing units, um, Adam's inviting Parks and Recreation maybe to get more involved, and that way maybe we can generate some youth groups to do projects like that. So yeah, we're talking about that.
sounds great.
And I think another interesting thing is LaJoy's across the street is doing their property over too, so, and they are going to have, not a microforest, but a buffer of evergreens, in front of, did I say that right? Trees that are gonna stay green, in their, on the street level, which I think is going to complement what we've done across the street, what's happening across the street, so. And hopefully that encourages others to try and do something. Mr. Lopez?
Thanks, Chair. No, I was gonna say to Heather's point, no, absolutely. I mean, it's certainly a must do to involve, especially a lot of the young kids and taking ownership and stuff. And I know a
Yeah.
lot of the churches, I think I have no doubt that between Robert and all of us, we'll be able to put a group together and stuff. And to Nicole's point about the garden, having some potential herbs and stuff like that. Mr. Sowers, I don't know if you were there for that presentation where I think there were some limitations because of the soil. Because some folks had asked about potentially having like a vegetable garden or something like that. So I don't know if you have any more information about that, or maybe we should touch base with Lisa and her group. But I know there was some limitations. So it just reminds me of that presentation, to Nicole's point.
So,
I think-
while you were saying that, Miss Edie, I was also mentioning a garden to Adam. And so if not
yeah.
there may be some place on the property once it's built that they can have a couple of raised beds, and do something. And I know at some point I've heard Miss Ayers talk about, and I know that, you know, that's the new thing. If you can't lay it out vertically, you can do, what do you call it? The vertical, right? Horizontal, vertical gardens. And so I think there's opportunities to do that sort of thing. And so we just have to be mindful of that. But we're all on the same page. Yes, Ms. Ayers.
Mr. Sowers, this is less about the micro garden, but just a general observation. As Parks and Rec are doing projects throughout the city, and I know it's not necessarily in the master plan, but I have brought it up several times.
Mhm.
A city on water. I keep bringing this up. We are a city on water. I would love us to incorporate water in a lot more of our designs and a lot more of what we do. Splash pads, fountains, and the such.
Mhm. Yeah.
Throughout the city.
Yeah.
It's my observation that
Mhm.
sometimes those amenities are
Mhm.
only given to well
Yeah, I
funded
understand.
areas.
I understand.
But I think if we're looking in an equity lens, that those
Mhm.
should be amenities that everybody should be able to enjoy.
Okay.
And I don't often hear us adding those water elements into
Okay.
our plan. So I
Okay.
just want to raise that again.
No, that's a wonderful idea. And yeah, yeah, I can see that. I have some ideas about that already. So it's one of the things that, you know, when you're working in the aquarium, you're around water all the time. And so one of the things that we had to do is do a lot of recircling, waterfalls and in our exhibits and things. So as soon as you start talking, it just kind of popped in my head. So yeah, we will. I think that would be something that we probably should really concentrate on doing. So in our design, and I will bring that up. Mm.
Did someone else have their hand up? Nope. Okay.
The last thing I want to talk about is the concession at Cafe Pasture Beach. Clyde Ripka is not going to continue. And as a matter of fact, his contract really had expired, and we were really on a month-to-month kind of. We were on a month-to-month with him anyway. But we had developed an RFP, a request for proposal, to go out, and so it will be released next week to the public for a new concessionaire there, and we're asking also some possible improvements with their with their offer. So we'll be putting that out. We'll be sending it out to a lot of the restaurants. We had a pretty good response. I'm on the board of the Oak Hills Authority, and when we did the restaurant there, we had a pretty good response. I think we had 7 proposals, something like that. So it'll all go out to those proposers that weren't successful, but also some restaurant developers around the country. So we'll see what we get. Probably whatever they do, it won't be in time for the summer if there's any improvements. But what we will do is they would have to have a plan to carry out the summer food as well in the peak season of 2026. So their proposal would include a plan to do that as well, because their improvements may have to, if they're making improvements, it may take more than the required time that we have. So that RFP will be going out next week. It'll be out for about a month and a half because we want to get a good response.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that is it.
Yeah, that's all I had to
Are there
talk
any
about.
other issues that someone, questions, concerns? Yes, Ms. Dunn.
When is our tour at the South Norwalk Rec Center? That's
Oh yeah.
about that. I want to see what.
We had a tour about a week ago, but hey, we can continue to have tours. And so we'll put together another one. Put together another one in a couple of weeks and invite the council committee. So yes, we can do that.
Is it good enough that or far enough along that we could actually hold a meeting there at some?
No, it's not that far along, but it's far along where you can see the rooms. Most of the drywalling is up, and you can see. We can go place and point out what types of rooms there are, and then the gym is just it's huge. The gym is almost encapsulated or closed, but it's still open. They're still building the walls, but you can get a taste. I would say within the next few weeks, maybe another month.
I'd say another month. You
Another
have
month,
to use your
yeah.
imagination
Yeah,
when you go into those rooms. It's walls and pipes out the walls.
Yeah.
I didn't see the kids in there. It's just I can't wait to see them there.
Oh, it's gonna be nice.
Huge.
It's gonna be nice. Yeah.
I think that the footprint has changed a bit with the gym, but the other rooms, that's a big building. And it
Yeah.
was cut up into so many small little areas, but now that everything's opened up, it's a lot of space. It's a lot of space. And I think one of the things we were kind of talking about walking through there is where are there elements where we can use, make it green, put something,
Yeah.
green wall or,
Yeah.
just something to
Right.
that effect in there.
Right.
So we'll be talking about that.
Right.
Miss Edie?
You're not muted.
Thank you.
You're not
I
muted.
got it. Sorry. Thank you, Madam Chair. I know I had asked this questions a long time ago about the gym and the bleachers, and I don't know if that setup ever changed, but I kind of want to know I don't know if it's too late or not, but I know we were talking about there were only like going to be a couple of rows of bleachers, but I'm thinking we need some more bleachers. And it sounds like the gym's going to be really, really big.
Yeah. It
So-
sounds. I think it was the capacity for. I think we had it at 120 before or something like that. The bleachers. It was either 80 people or the 120, somewhere in that area. Yeah.
But I would love to see it too. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think it would be more impactful once you're not walking over rocks and dirt. I'm trying to get in the building a little bit, once you get in, it's although it's still the same, it just looks, it's gonna be really nice, really nice. So.
Yeah, we have a lot going on in Parks and Recreation and in our winter sports programs. We're just about doing everything: volleyball, indoor tennis, indoor pickleball, basketball, fall baseball. So we're doing just a lot of programs.
I think Mr. Lopez and then Ms. Ayers.
Thank you, Chair. So no, I was gonna say that too. I see it constantly on the Parks and Rec um, Instagram thing. I'm like, man, these guys are doing you guys are doing a lot of stuff. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize there's like this things from like sewing to, I mean, just everything. So it's actually very
Babysitting.
cool. Yeah, it's a babysitting. Yeah. Actually, speaking of which, reminds me because I was actually talking with someone about this CPR. I mean, have you guys ever offered any CPR classes or in partnership with one of the local health groups or anything like that?
We're talking to personnel now about more training and CPR, but I'm sure that we'll have the facility and the space to do that kind of stuff.
Okay,
when
okay,
everything's
okay.
done. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think we did at some point with, I think prior to Robert getting here with, the college,
Mhm.
doing
Oh,
some,
NTC.
little, because they
Yeah.
have, they've had those types of things in the past, and I know they're in the summer try to work
Red Cross thing.
at cost, at some
No,
of it.
it's a Red Cross thing.
Red
Oh,
Cross,
that's
right.
yes,
Right,
that's right,
right.
of
Yeah,
course.
yeah,
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 duh.
Yeah, we usually work in concert with the Red
Heather's
Cross.
volunteering for it.
There you go. Yeah, Heather on the course.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Ms. Harris?
You don't teach that.
So 2 questions, one for Mr. Stowers and one for the chair.
Mhm.
Mr. Stowers, a constituent did reach out to me, um, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago about just concern with the Swim and Learn program. I guess she's tried. I know that from when my kids participated, it's just very high demand.
Mhm.
And she really wants the opportunity, but she's tried a few times and
Mhm.
could not access it because everything that she tries is just filled up. But
Mm.
I remember when my children participated, that's kind of like when the window opened, you had about 12 hours. You had to jump on it in the first 12 hours to get a slot. But I told her that I would bring it up that, she tried maybe 2 or 3 sessions and she just could not get her children or child in.
Why don't you give her my email address? Because sometimes we have a we usually get money from Stewart.
Is it Stu Leonard?
Stu Leonard.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think it's it wasn't a financial
It's
issue.
not a financial thing.
No. It just, there was no slots. It was full. It was
Okay.
not a financial
Okay.
situation.
But we may be able to create more slots.
Yes, just I told her I would bring it to
Yeah.
your attention.
Yeah, you can send her the email.
Okay.
my
Well,
email.
I don't know her. She was in Walmart. The woman stopped me when I was in Walmart.
Oh, okay.
Try to get me some bread. Um,
Okay.
And then the second question is for the chair, Chair Young. One thing that came up Monday night when we were doing the community forum and thing is if it was possible for us to have some of our committee meetings in the community. And since Parks and Rec owns a lot of different things, um, do you think it would be in your privy to try to have a meeting in the near future at a community location and invite the community?
I don't see why we couldn't. Right? We could do it at the new center when it opens up, or the school. I mean, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do it there. We can do it at the Buckhouse. We can do it
Right.
at the
Yeah.
Boulder Farms.
We can
We
go
have-
around. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
know we have tons of places to do it. I
Yeah.
don't know why we
Yeah.
just haven't done it. So
Yeah.
I told them that I would also bring that up. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Good idea. Good idea.
Yes, Ms. Dunn.
I would like to see the Oak Hills. I know they just named the patio and I never got to see it. I guess I don't know. We weren't, I don't know. It slipped by me.
It's very nice. Right.
I'd go see it. And I think that would be one that I'd like to see during the fall before it got too cold,
Okay.
if possible.
I think we've gotten kind of used to this Zoom thing for meetings, but we need to get out a little bit, right?
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
person, so
Yeah.
people are amenable to that.
Especially prior to budgets and stuff like that, it's
Mhm.
nice to kind of see what we're talking about and really feel and understand where the needs are in certain area.
Right. Yeah, that's a good idea. And then you can have, I mean, there's more public engagement that way.
Yeah.
So that's good.
All right.
I said that was the last thing, but I got one more. One more report on the Park Foundation. Tom Livingston, myself, and who else was involved in this? I think he had talked to the mayor, but we have invited a consultant, actually the consultant team, to put together a proposal to establish a foundation. The team that we had talked to was a team that set up the foundation in Stanford, but also the guy Charlie McCabe, he has worked with a lot of different cities, including Seattle, but also ran the Park Foundation in the city of Austin. So he not only set it up, he ran it, and so he is partnering with another person that is really a good facilitator and really good at identifying where philanthropy is and can be the potential of philanthropy. So they're putting together a proposal. The proposal will come to us, and we'll review it, and then we'll bring that to, of course, before the rec committee and the common council, and try and get it going. So that was my last report.
That was your last one? All
I think the
right.
president of the council, maybe, and I think it was not only her, but I think they want me to continue to report on the Park Foundation. So this is my first report.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. A lot of stuff going on with recreation and parks. A lot of stuff.
Lots of stuff. Yeah.
A lot of good things. All right. So now we're motion to adjourn, anyone? All right. Thank you, Ms. Dunn. All in favor? Do I have to say that? We're all ready to go. Thank you, everybody. Have a great
Thank you,
evening.
Have a
guys.
good
Thank you,
night.
Robert. Thank you, Chair.
Yeah.
Robert. Good night.
Bye-bye.